Yede amia say teams makuma mienu ye damachi ene why energy Italian Sierra.
Advantage Napoli.
Advantage Napoli.
Yes.
Internet when we are Napoli.
Yeah, omune was advantage ne pa.
Yonkwe.
And Ken me da say ma mencha ye tie for ya hwefo bibia na awie. Na ma mencha se mfemfiri baby a odi busa me na no. Uko Spain na yehu de oye winner wo ho Barcelona, England Liverpool, Germany Bayern, France PSG. Ene ana uko Italy a ye behu de obeji Scudetto Italian Serie A no. Se Napoli boboku no ana se Inter Milan boboku no. Omne ye two potential winners on bit. The reason why I make us say Napoli for the advantage say on bet me winni Scudetto ni. Se o check Italian Serie A table na. Napoli was 79 points. Inter was 78 points. Just a point and separates our two sides no. It means say Napoli winni ni game na fear. On koshe Inter Milan results. Enti Napoli nankasa ni destiny ekura no. But on the part of Inter Milan, say Inter winni ni game I just was train the results of Napoli. Enti Inter for nankasa destiny enkromo. So between these two clubs, say what check there or what's advantage na the onu ankasa kura the destiny. That's Napoli Football Club. Say o winni na on koshe Inter Milan. Advantage the man Napoli. The tosu mienu. Napoli bofie. Inter kwa away. And football mostly dear obofie no or advantage ahead of the kwa away no. So Napoli tenefie abo ni game na Inter Milan kwa away no. Clearly se team a friend say Napoli was our advantage no. And two clubs or more pre-league na no. O check obia opponents are. The ne dear den pa no so ye Inter Milan no. Between Cagliari and Como. This season Como better than Cagliari. And it's a check Napoli opponent or Quaquosiano. Now we check Inter Milan opponent or Quaquosiana. And it's also sa Napoli for our slim advantage say opponent no Quaquosiano no. Ne performance any slow as compared to Inter Milan for opponent or Quaquosiano. So okay, kasa reasons ne factors when not together. Can most likely say ene Antonio Conte and the boys no ebe winni Italian Serie A Scudetto because the ekeka koni nyina no favor Napoli bobuku no. And Antonio Conte media a big achievement at the man because uko Italy or the Juventus Agi League or the Inter Milan Agi League and I say ne otimi the Napoli Suji Liga enye easy say what the three top teams we ebetima Agi League Italy so and then you may kohe when the betima win league no say Antonio Conte say Simone Inzaghi by personally mimi huni say most likely say advantage ekura Napoli bobuku no enra ana ebeto odwa Luka Modric announced say season ni be ya on to aso biem emfama Real Madrid boboku no. Oye abrantie ba kwa 13 good seasons near with Real Madrid. Luka Modric paying dues with the club. Why is successful with Real Madrid boboku no. By Ken, if it is a Luka Modric every space PM or Real Madrid. What even yama bebre with the club supporters ni grateful and omokai. But dia ba kwa Real Madrid for kai Luka Modric pano. ASR 90+3 wa Lisbon. UEFA Champions League final against Atletico Madrid. At the time ana obi enim sa Atletico Madrid di kru wa ano an. 90+3 minutes sa Sergio Ramos header no. Nipa na obo corner kick na branch friend say Luka Modric. And sa de na Luka Modric corner kick no man Madrid La da Cima no. Up to date. Idea ba kwa a stick into the heads of Real Madrid for fans. And Ken sa match na call so Lisbon no. Na date no 24th of May 2014. Then na Luka Modric boss a corner kick Ramos pem no. Na 24th of May. Na me aduma etina. Luka Modric ne last game Bernabeu. Esa 24th of May. Enti ade na Luka Modric ma Real Madrid do mo La da Cima. Up to date. Real Madrid for supporters ni team na 24th of May. Na me aduma etina ne last game Bernabeu no. Esa 24th of May. Enti akwa ye unique name bia, unique date bia. Abrante fense Luka Modric edi free Real Madrid bobuku nim. Or you be oba Real Madrid no. Or be far rough time. So oba kind the first season. the readers of Marca voting say oh yeah the worst signing for Real Madrid that season. Or fighting ya benya the position. It got to a time Luka Modric be a key figure or Real Madrid setup near most important players are na Luka Modric can who be. It got to a time Otimi Pija and Modern Boma Emma Luka Modric be the best midfielder La Liga. Abeje Ballon d'Or by King. The biggest achievement for Luka Modric or Real Madrid you say. Yet say Real Madrid bobo ko ni no. Or no, and the most decorated player. There is no single player or Real Madrid bobo ko ni ma. What the trophies SN Luka Modric and the achievements records are why you Real Madrid bobo ko no. Adia ba kwa abuama Luka Modric nkofo epenas empa no say no.
Yes, next
Player or Real Madrid for setup. Anyame aduma Saturday. Madrid for beja no kwan. Any ono nkwa Carlo Ancelotti meeting in a press conference also why a lot of mistakes. Debi Ameka Ancelotti opatano or ye nipa obey mistakes. By say oh Real Madrid aboko sema untimi nyi Carlo Ancelotti mfem free. Real Madrid coach is some point ni nyina no on ni coach a wetimi agi trophies kese. So to me nyame ya aduma Sunday Real Madrid for no a celebration and omo and two great legends Luka Modric and Carlo Ancelotti. Ya wish you all the best as a Madrid fan. Sa two legends we no abi pay omo dues to the club. Me kopie mo Liverpool. Liverpool for him I want to go Bayern for so. Yes say oko Germany a Bayern for mpanyifo no mo po. Essence almost halam shake. Because pressure na Liverpool for them Bayern eso. Ni nyina no eye Florent Wirtz. Na Bayern for nim so me radio no because boy na Kayes atro mo. Na busuafo na Kayes e de akere Bayern. Ade ama ye say pressure aba ni nyina na ye say up to date Bayern for you ready to meet the demands of Leverkusen. That's 150 million euros. Na pressure Liverpool for the ama Bayern nyina na say Liverpool for are you ready to pay the 150 million euros a Leverkusen for Epeno. 150 million euros and a Leverkusen for team and friends say Liverpool can or my ready say ombetia. Na Bayern for head the pie Man City and a Man City pull out. Bayern for susu da say Liverpool for be ready so back to 150 no. And at the time a Man City for pull out no man himself Man City ne was car the back to and a Man City for free. And to say Liverpool for ready to pay 150 no ama Bayern for ho hwehwe omo. Na de ma Liverpool for sadie we nyina aba no eye de course so na awotwi. Story na beto odwa no eye no kre after say Florent Wirtz abusuafo kosia Liverpool for mo ka okay. Omo accept Liverpool for a project any omo proposal no. Na Michael Edwards a friend Liverpool for directors a friend way for no and okoshi omo Boston US and o say emergency meeting biaba and a friend way for the catcher Michael Edwards say and ka friend meeting bia o my proud notice bear 1 week some days and emergency nkwa be na aba o see yen sori ne be meeting ni manimu ya no and Michael Edwards said the two manim say abrante na friend say Florent Wirtz no proposal na Liverpool for the mom no or you okay with it. Say the akane say mu be release this car near the akwakotua ana Michael Edwards e ka che Fenway for ne say Mohamed Salah ne Van Dijk and komo ko yet is kebi to ho say Salah ne Van Dijk komo ko aye de betom replacements say so ma nya nko say ska ne da ho adan nie mfa nkotua Florent Wirtz sika no ama ye say Fenway for na dia tuma say what say Liverpool for na ye sharp as it stands now ye say Liverpool for offer no 150 million euros are or my ready to pay. Dia kai say Liverpool for bakotua project no any omo proposal no Florent Wirtz no book for okay into omo the pressure e dia to buy am for so pan. So as it stands now BBA na Liverpool for so some bakotua sika no. Me kopie mo Barcelona ya de bia ken mani je ho. Me de ewiase e wo no. So obi ya de a mebo na baso because obi o ya de no se obo na baso anu asua na so de account de ho na wako wanim. Adi kronti a mebo Barcelona baso ne yese se o pesa o build a team now compete at the highest level. The first thing so be maintaining the key figures and the key guys e wo team nim before say be dream omo ba be ka ho no because se o pesa o build a team now they compete at the highest level na omo omuwom dada no a omo de mbo so ani a omo betima boa project no o jai mo omo kwa afi na asa ba be hihye bibia foforo na wo check Barcelona project no omo ye na Barcelona for person mu di kan maintain key figures no first and sa no match omo ba be ka ho se overfield ne so a the leader the only Barcelona team no ewa agropama no so no eyomu coach Hansi Flick e ba na nkofo ni gidio by say Hansi Flick ama doubters abeda ni believers Barcelona for releasing Barcelona for extending the contract almost say onka na project non to aso Rafinha a key player omo extending the contract to 2028 me no ka say Pedri we extending the contract to 2030 omo extending Kubasi de omo extending Fermin Lopez de Lamine Yamal eto aso on the face on the future of Barcelona Oria Frankie de Jong be renew Abrante Fen say Eric Garcia be renew Indigo Martinez be renew so adia Barcelona for ne ye say on betimi atoa project no mo ye no so a the first step is ye maintaining the key figures and na Barcelona for ne ye no omo maintain it players ni na wi a afi no mbe hwe omo mbeba no Deku say omo hwe anim se season betina se sergeant na de omba akopɛ goalkeeper ombe pɛ midfielder no ma pɛ winger saa na ye build the team and ade na Barcelona ye no mani age ho ma me mbodi aka no so mfama wo onim se PSG for wo ho ana omanya information bi say omo midfielder obi ebo ni din eye VITINHA omo te say Real Madrid for any boy na asha ase kasa because Luka Modric kono Madrid dey pɛ midfielder PSG for say Emma Real Madrid for mba ho kra na VITINHA no mo nton no se ma be dada Mbappe abefa Mbappe aba VITINHA no emfa enti letter ni mpokra Real Madrid for nya mfa mo propose ankoye no PSG for reject because omate se Juni Calafat o hye ase no oye adwuma no and abrantie we ken on me for the Real Madrid for here VITINHA no enti say PSG for say omo de omo nti ase eni gi se me what Chelsea say abrantie friend say CAICEDO Chelsea be extending the contract okay de omo de ma ko pa ma no a long term deal but mo say teams akese na ben ho no ana omo renew ye omo say CAICEDO
okay
ball now about this season omo say teams akese na eba enti Chelsea be renew the contract of CAICEDO say Arsenal 2 wingers and omudi nkomo serious Rodrigo and Ademola Lookman and Rodrigo Arsenal and they say the teams the near
Rodrigo and Lookman
yes and today imagine say
omonto amamiro ni
say a bedding
okay
and Rodrigo ni Ademola Lookman Arsenal
Rodrigo dey as Jason Fatana na the ana soro musidia shen many na hadwen
we mu na manye ni the other ones nefe pa
okay and mama me no be why
unhu we ni
we
na we no so we ni so
we how say we say we ben kakra ba ko no de manye ni ye kra emfata no
kemera say na maminchia awoshi ewo dunkwa no fen baby will be no and a double soccer academy ken ye go so nyame adumo on the 31st of May ye wo boase
double soccer academy boase
yeah boase 31st of May if through one ye ko dunkwa no fin what I said na the first
dunkwa
yeah the first ye be wo bibieni
okay
into
31st May boase dunkwa ye
exactly e na no pa oboase de na no pa we are na e odunkwa no
say bibieni
ni atoa so bibieni 1st of June why Kemeda say you see me are very keen watching how Madrid will rebuild after Carlo Ancelotti leaving the team. Carlo Ancelotti is not leaving alone, he's leaving with another leader on the pitch, Luka Modric. Into the rebuilding, and easy, sir. Barcelona, Javi Busquets, Iniesta, Frigo, they have labored well on my bread. And son of my bedroom pemping, so yeah. And numpo, you go swa, yes, she said, but say, Abaya Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Mona, Ebo Bono, Kama. I'll make football. Ken. Midfield Madrid a very important place and was Madrid di hunkomo and I'm not surprised say all the transfer news about Madrid a midfield. Let me give you a reminder if you do remember. Liverpool versus Real Madrid 2008. Na a Juan de Ramos no ma Pamo Ben Schuster. Na Liverpool a midfield of Jabi Alonso, Mascherano, Steven Gerrard, Shamed for 3 weeks. Madrid, Lassana Diarra, Fernando Gago, and Schneider. Now in the Champions League round of 16th, Liverpool bomb 1-0, some bomb 4-0. Clearly, Liverpool, Gerrard, Mascherano, Xabi Alonso, no more Surubri. They cleared them as some young quada. That is why when Florentino Perez took over 2009, one of the first things he wanted to solve was Madrid's midfield. Yanyade, Koto, Xabi Alonso, who was bossing the midfield for Liverpool then. And the neighbor team not talk Kaka. He wanted to do a rebuild, especially in midfield. Kaka Anfa. Sometimes you see when you want to build a midfield three, Utobi Efa, Utobi Enfa. The following year, Kedira by Kedira was short term because he had a good World Cup. Uzu Beninemu. Min can't do it, Thomas. So it took a while. Answer. Yeah, Babenya Tony Cruz, Casemiro, and Luka Modric. She, bad 3 years in ye. Madrid are trying to rebuild the midfield. Ideally, Casemiro, the direct replacement of your Aurelien Tchouameni. Casemiro, the direct replacement of Tchouameni. Now, Ebiawa about Luka Modric on the control and about Madrid midfield. Inti 1 year turn on the bar and the style and it's say Luka Modric. And I'm going to Camavinga by Inti Ubetinya Kazanka, Luka Modric, the direct replacement of Camavinga. Tony Cruz. Ebian can a direct replacement a Fede Valverde. That's the conversation. It's in ka it will not be discussing Madrid going for another midfielder. But no question me woman say. Sa place me ensan we bo budin. Aurelien Tchouameni wetin ye Drew Casemiro even 80% of Casemiro na Derby. Camavinga ye tono ba say in come understand Luka Modric say no see control ball on fin editate game no Camavinga we drew her na Derby. It is only Fede Valverde na obeka say ne de na eye kakra but Fede Valverde onye direct profile to Tony Cruz because Tony Cruz ade ba ko wa Fede Valverde enya ye say yen control ball deep midfield no on too long passes that long passes no oni but oyo okay. It's again, me no can say ideally, Madrid were Dani Ceballos, or Fede Valverde, or Jude Bellingham, or Camavinga, na or Tchouameni, me the other gule krakawa or other gule, which is like 6 midfielders. It's again 6 midfielders. He maybe sounds like 6 midfielders. Isn't this enough for a season? Think 6 midfielders are enough for a season, but Madrid says it is not enough. Adenti say as a sa control no mo pe o midfield no omo train Camavinga side they are not getting it. So now let's go into the market and find someone who can control the midfield for us, especially when Luka Modric is leaving. Let me give you examples. Players are what say ya bomudin and ya better Madrid for nyina ye controllers in midfield. McAllister Oyeden. Ya boss will be men did anything to say. Ya both flowing with kakra o midfield kakra on so na something to say. Say ya ba and run near Enzo Fernandez as some Oyeden. And then and common akopiem Vitinha Oyeden. These are all control bi ojibola or todo bobo nibi. It's clearly the way Madrid want to go. SSA and he said now they don't want to do transitions, baby. They want to carry the ball from midfield. We a defender. You don't have to look up, say me play be through me car. Pass the ball through midfield. You better transitions, you better transition through midfield. Until we need a ball controller. Until they say he didn't buy a Vitinha. Can Vitinha die? On do more duty die, but wait me out very good midfielder. Me, Samaka, Samis, they be out continue say the best player for PSG this season. Vitinha, not Dembele. Aquan only ball. I bet you born it, free chira carry ball to say some all controlling midfield net them out. But the problem they say Madrid have issues with Paris Saint-Germain, which I am not too sure PSG will be willing to let go. And I think that and ideally then can think Vitinha will play very well, but if the obstacles not those one, Madrid should start looking elsewhere because it looks like Madrid are okay paying over 100 million for some midfield and all open. Markets will be still in one. Vitinha is an ideal player, but it's going to be very difficult, truth be told. Clearly, Madrid are not okay, and they will not be okay until they get their controlling midfielder. They are tossing me, you know. Ken, share last season. Now, your tire comparison, we call social media, we call radio stations, all the comparison. Now, your say Phil Foden, Lamine Yamal, Jude Bellingham. Why the nimbo? Okay. It got to some point in time, we even added Yenya Muhammad Kudus to this conversation. If you do remember those last year's uncommon one. Because last year, offer her Kudus, but oh yes, oh Kudus is playing well. Oh, then Phil Foden is also there. Cole Palmer is also there. Lamine Yamal. That was last year's conversation. But interestingly, Yenya heroes, you know, and Lamine Yamal picky. Phil Foden enya bad heroes. Cole Palmer enya bad heroes. Season, you room crowd Phil Foden wa yeba. He's been out. Just say the ball no Kudus there is in it trasi. Cole Palmer started well. Also there no is in it trasi. It is our comparison na ye no. Ya kwa ko drum pempen so bi as say the conversation is only on Lamine Yamal. Why am I saying this? Look, Pep Guardiola is trying as much as possible to defend Phil Foden. Last year, the best player in the English Premiership was Phil Foden. What has happened to him? What is happening to him? And these excuses, you know, is it to say I don't know the reason why Phil Foden born apart from one now. Ken, now I'm here, boy, and I say our family issues. Phil Foden wa home yensa. Kora ketskiti o wa home yensa, yesa kora no, ubeko fie ni eja kora na de abon so. Mentally, this guy is unable to sleep well. You see, these things we don't normally talk about. You see, some of these things affect players the power. Akwa no be interview, I say mentally, just are you exhausted?
Neme hanana.
Minim Nigeria baby or what? Just akwa onawu. Oh, how lifestyle say talent. The last time we make her say, Nyankopon shia Lamine Yamal and say, girl na Lamine Yamal dating na girl no ko chiti and nyame and ebo Lamine Yamal. Because Lamine Yamal la nyine susu se dachi oba beye Lionel Messi mo level ni bi no. So ko shia oba bi. No ba ne de ne fa de mu be 3 months. One win here. You not see the Lamine Yamal we are used to seeing it now. It's a lifestyle here very important today. Phil Foden born no pass the crown team mo. He's gone.
And Cramian says to go asuma Emma Bobo say.
Ken football yenda.
Matiasi. Ba kwa na mbesu eno obojina pa.
Na kine me pa cho.
Wasa.
Debi otiesi say wawo na nkoda gusu na wintimi na ubo adwuma mkra na wabra say wo bedu tonko.
Oje ball na atime pass ni na say Foden boy oje
continue. They say football and one now.
Or they are shane man.
No, but honestly, mentally he's exhausted. Now you heard him next season. Complete, like he's gone. Say we don't have a conversation. Tell me a minute or two. Yenya Abdulaziz.
Aziz in some no. Me about 10 story in the comment.
Mino Tio. Me funny nigga. See, if you don't know the story, Abdulaziz.
Basa Janoquine.
Basa.
Abdulaziz. Basa Janoquine. I'm paying for you impress. On Abdulaziz into option na senka omo take no manya and take
Unim suso say David Odro ni Abdulaziz na ye nyina ye wa Abdulaziz bo
Aziz mumu na gidi o se so Odro dia ka
so Odro mo sign in no na Abdulaziz the na loan na me no see bwana mo friend no Davic no German national under 17 captain no Davic omukwa under 17 only you see that under 17 Europe tournaments na Lamine Yamal ko gini din pa Barcelona nya ne mogidio no Davic was the main guy in that tournament Barcelona fan ono so oko o se ontiment na ho wa twen ya ye mane mobo
omo frem mane mobo
me kan ye studio say it looks like omo ankwara no mo ko ye mo ye number 10 9 mu ono it's difficult to break into Barcelona for but it is not over yet skin born on your body win born oko now you are under 20 tournament here about Africa he played very well it looks like the talent is still there and say dia ba kwa matse say impenyifo ne nianje from the scratch and say sir TikTok live now attitude please mo ben Abdulaziz no
Mr. Geto Kreku FA president Abdulaziz the yachi free Barcelona and say Barca paying no loan no option no say omo exercise option no John Besanda Madi Abremo. I'm so person come person mo boa no ma we stay with Europe.
Yeah, I'm so
person be man about Africa. Inti bia Barca for na be try some be team bia.
For no kwa bia junior clubs maybe so Sada so Tavigo mo what do bet me abo.
Okay.
Very good player.
Aziz no no odro. Odro aka Aziz beba. Nemum enye so beba Ghana on be try so be teams ni bia ma no na wetimi abo. Ebe nwa so bi be kasa Aziz antimi am Barcelona. Barca Athletic coach na so na wasa uzo mapam na nse
oh na some fast anti-mila buy still 95
na wasa uzo mapam je mfa no se coach na nya de
you know at this stage there akwada no be here certain psychological talks or be here psychologist to be working on him. We've seen a lot of players and if I don't want to feel say e be a crop of players we boy asemasi ene be baba be star won because ono na talented but ono nenim twetwe ono nenim ball ne ball but emre be ko nanim na sa player kro ne yehu no system ne mu biom na another player emerge see on countless occasions and then Mohamed Kudus star player the Black Stars but under 17 normally go India park was Fabian time no Mohamed Kudus was a bench warmer not a bench and an obem Gabriel Levenom there were certain players I remember one player on my friend high school Tampico today and it's certain other players ano musiaka no momode mo no wosoro pa tokunum any ade but then all these players and Mohamed Kudus e football ni mu nti e to da asa nete me kai Tony Cruz mu team no mo de be under 17 there was one striker Sukuta Pasu on na she goals ma Germany team ne pa but the mre na nim ne yehu Sukuta Pasu biem yehu baby of fire nti ball ne to da asa nete nti at this stage I was so many akwada ne kasa no mo shenim crying almost psyche player na up no say it is not over I Barcelona na amfa ebi obetimi akoba bi na akwa there are other players in Barcelona today almost shall say Barcelona no mo nya playing time mo free okoye Danny Olmo is a typical example okoye ne basa asante sika e de akwa na ba eti enye over omo ma akola no some sports psychologist no only player na nkasa na ontimi and get back na ne man konkan fama no ken Italian Serie A no I feel say ene team my friend is Napoli beje the 4th Serie A title oni Inter Milan na epre only did 1 point enye over because 1 point aka one game there and the bibia betimi yesi but ohwe omumienu opponent na omo bono a Napoli opponent no a bit weaker with no disrespect to Cagliari compared to Inter Milan there no Inter Milan ibokomo no osan so ko away Como home na oko so open one of the teams omo improve pa epic at the right time was season ni mu a udimi monyi Como mfemfem omo anshase ye she Italian Serie A na se Como ebo first 4 matches ken na we lose 2 no draw 2 first 4 matches o lose 2 draw 2 o wie na obehye 2 to aso o share 2 to aso ni wie no people thought say resurgence na ba obi a ye shase na ontimi nya win waba benya win mienu ato aso de a then clearly niam asesa de amakomo de yehu ya ne se Como asabo 9 matches ato aso e Italian Serie A ni mu from week 7 to week 15 na Como about 9 matches ken when we ni ba akokra o lose mako 5 and o draw 4 but from there and yema economy no Fabregas find the right way to do things they will Como team ni mu in fact the last 6 matches na Como abo before the last game omo against Verona na Como ahye ni nyina say homo say ya will ochi obi ana o hye no the last 7 matches in the Italian Serie A we win 6 and we draw just 1 so it is a very difficult side but so you Inter Milan na wo peliga dia eni se Como ya problem the mau the kind of quality Inter Milan kita 1 number 2 osan so kwa Barcelona Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final okobo Paris Saint-Germain no obehia so obegada the right momentum onya lose wo game we mu e de ko Paris Saint-Germain game ni mu emo no so whether they are going to win the Italian Serie A title or not e was so make sure say at least omo betimi anya win onya win mpona Napoli so check Cagliari of which is highly possible because Napoli ebo home ono ne tenefie no atwen Cagliari and wo kwa away Cagliari the 14th Como the 10th clearly there is difference between these two teams and I believe say then Napoli betimi age title no but age title no Inter Milan to be here so be gather the right momentum to go play Paris Saint-Germain game no our Champions League final anymore I don't see Inter Milan losing possibly a double chance for Inter Milan. Na Napoli there, I'll go for a straight win 2-0 for Napoli Bobo no. Ken on Chelsea. Player your friend is Nkuku. There are reports season the baby ya. I hear them on Nkuku ako. Say Nkuku kwa. Obebi say I didn't think that Chelsea won Nkuku no jana manako. Football it is about results. Results and my beja kwa yama ako. And Nkuku ba Chelsea. The kind of performance I was dying, you know. Say na no born or Leipzig and Camilla show say Chelsea be kwa fano. Nkuku last 2 seasons was spending year Leipzig Bobo in the Ken. Over 59 matches in the Bundesliga. No, I shot 36 goals and I assisted 17. It took kind of contributions to Bomoa. 59 matches, no, contributed 53 goals. And the Yama Leipzig daily. And a Chelsea Coco fan buy. But Chelsea Coco fan buy and born out all bono. And Shem cry and knew the Chelsea standard this season. Now you move if you say, time and Jackson any honor in Kuku best stepping in. No Baba be boa Chelsea Bobo Kono. But unfortunately, when Timmy and Mobona na expected so be bono. It is a Chelsea for sorry. No much more person mu job brand and kwaya. Mimi feel say it is a step in the right direction. As I say oko. But all in your problem. Why not Chelsea kwa fanaba? You look at the Chelsea project or more building. Me jutum so more young players. No correct. They are building a new project. I bet lasted for years. But then again, can say in as much as we talk young players, you know, I thought that you have to blend with experience. And to hear Barcelona team no more building now. There are a lot of young players, but Brand no Gina any more no. Obo goes the moment. Robert Lewandowski is an experienced player, and if you say Chelsea project, you know, players no one was our quality, no. But obey you obey go machine or experience. I obey the pack and the amount now the results.
Chelsea for so much no more PSG and
on the boy striker less.
There be more project no more, you know.
On project
there be young talented players na. Monya coach na ye adwuma na
no problem
say just redu mu de nka mo bakola mo te say Chelsea nkura ya
but Osman Dembele is an experienced player
coach na improve the redu ne bakola mo ne sanketenkete
sure mo nyina coach ne system na mo my
better players but say Dembele mo so ye top
experienced player
kwala scale
o jinani mu honom o ko akire honom a o benya Marquinhos experienced player
say nti mo ko fa Jadon Sancho buy
can experience in them mobile experience coupled with a quality performance. Until that they be a Mikhailovic Tenasia. No, Victor Osimhen asem no. A branch any numbers are over the years and clearly. Actually say he's the man original Chelsea anymore no be
okay.
It is a Nkuku kwa. Nkuku ko because the needed numbers are also the match Chelsea no. Chelsea.
Senka Nkuku ni wa.
I believe say go for Victor Osimhen.
Okay.
The numbers this season has been crazy.
Okay.
About 29 matches in the Turkish league. Watch 25 goals.
I just say 15 with Premier League.
Can say.
I just say 15 goals for Premier League.
But the difference between Victor Osimhen and any other players, maybe more top 5 leagues than he say. He's played in the top 5 league before.
And that's why
he's top scorer.
Okay. What you telling?
Yes, and to you proven. It's in yes, take you on Kwana wash it, and I walk off Fanaba now, Bedrian, who there be in the Italian Serie A, or you proven.
Okay.
And to Chelsea more canon of far branch and now players no team no more building no. He had that experience up front. And yes, sir, who could find another inexperienced player bar. I bet to say the Abreu now the Abreu be the idea. In Kuku. But now say Kwako phobia or not to say Kuku na the number. Difference be a
Kuku Abreu.
On Abreu, I may say better to say. Performance
born in run some okeka ofiade ama aye bibio odi emfenso me dase bigi se won some okeka no odi twato ana no ehyedodo meba me commercial break abasisia meba sisia meba ye ba be didi nkomo bepre e wo ha ye ene midimafo aye football club soccer academy so no Dr. Tam da so aye tournament